Hey Bulldogs, I'm Trey Cruz and welcome to our October edition of Code Blue News.
Streets, it's a miracle that they find the perfect home for them to live their fullest life.
While some may know October as the spooky season full of surprises and scares, it's also home to the National Hispanic Heritage Month. Spanning from September 15th to October 15th, Hispanic Heritage Month celebrates the influence, achievements, history, and culture of the Hispanic community. And to celebrate this spectacular time, our very own Lorelei Fraticelli explored what honoring National Hispanic Heritage Month really means to the students here at HMHS.
September 15th marked the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month, a month to commemorate the rich histories, diverse culture, and noteworthy accomplishments of the American people with ancestry in Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, Central America, and South America. This week, HMHS students and faculty show appreciation for the month as it comes to the end on the 15th.
Hispanic Heritage Month is important because it gives you the opportunity to share your culture with other people, and you get to embrace your culture and your ethnicity, and you get to just be proud of it, and it's great.
I was born in Peru, Lima, and I've lived there for about 6 years. Then I had to transition my whole way of life and come to the United States. Well, I can still feel like my background around my family because we all speak Spanish at home, but I also feel like I'm also a part of like American society as well.
It's important to acknowledge those who do great things, who have come to America and shared their ideas, found great careers.
It's inspiring to see Hispanic Heritage Month blossom at our school and in the people here. Now, this has been Lorelei Fraticelli, but before I send you back to the desk, happy
Hispanic Heritage Month.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
October truly is the perfect time to celebrate the impact of Hispanic communities across the globe. And speaking of that, beloved dances and music genres such as tango, salsa, and merengue have strong roots in the Hispanic culture, along with many other inventions and cultural traditions. The sounds of timbales, trumpets, and guitars that characterize these genres is always music to my ears. And speaking of music, this year at HMHS, we welcomed a new music teacher who's here to bring a new tune to the students of Holbrook. Reporter Carmen Sotlet has the inside scoop on just exactly who this new teacher is.
Over the past couple of years, HMHS has seen a multitude of new teachers in the building. This year, it is the music department's turn to welcome a new face. So now the question is, who is the new music teacher?
Beautiful. Ready and sing.
And music and the arts started when I was really young, and I was just super interested in music. I took lessons with a family member. I decided I really love music. I wanted to go to music school, so I went to college, had a blast playing tons of music. What made me want to be a music teacher is that I always knew I was really passionate about music. And I also, as I was getting older, found out that I was really passionate about working with kids. And one of my favorite things is when I'm working with a student and I see the progress. That makes me really happy, and it just brings me joy in my life to see my students succeed and be proud of themselves and grow a love for music. I can play most of the instruments in the band. I also play guitar and piano. I also did an a cappella group in college. Goals that I have for the music department this year are to grow the program and to get as many people involved as possible, and to start a strong foundation so that we can continue to grow our skills as musicians at Holbrook.
As we head into a new year with the music department, we are happy to welcome Miss Giberson. If you haven't met her yet, make sure to stop in and say hello. For Code Blue Now, this has been Carmen Sotlet reporting.
Thanks, Carmen. I will definitely stop by the music room the next time I'm heading to the studio. From teaching music and film to music through the ages, Ms. Giberson is truly bringing a new skill set for HMHS students. But learning something new at HMHS just doesn't stop at music. It extends to all aspects we might see in our everyday lives. One of these aspects is learning to distinguish between what is real and what is fake, especially in the digital space. This past month, Anthony Sivos got new insight on how to avoid scams and ways new scammers are targeting the younger generation of today.
With scams on the rise, scammers have found new and innovative ways to target younger audiences. With these increases, it has become harder to differentiate between a scammer and what is true.
I think a lot of people fall for scams for a few different reasons. One, in general, you want to think that other people have the best intentions if you do. So when you see something, you tend to want to believe that it's true. I think it's also human nature that, if you see something that looks like it's easy and looks like it's advantageous for you, you're also going to lean toward, doing that, and maybe not thinking through what that really might mean later on.
According to AOL, in 2022, people under the age of 20 have lost $210 million, growing 2,500% compared to in 2017, when it was $8.2 million. It's beneficial to know how not to fall for a scam.
So I think sometimes if it's a business reaching out, there's always the option of, if it's a phone call, hang up, call the company back yourself just to confirm that it's true. Looking at the actual email address, not the name that goes along, or that comes up in your email, but looking at the actual address that it comes from. There are some general things that you can look for, like typos, and things like that. Social media, look to see if they, as I mentioned, if they do have connections to you. That's one thing to look for, but also make sure that those connections really are legitimate.
But that's all for me. This has been Anthony Sivos for Code Blue Now. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Anthony. I'll have to double and triple check my emails next time. You never know when a scammer could strike, especially with the whole college process. It's always good to keep an eye out for scams. But on that note, we thank you for tuning in to our October edition of Code Blue News. Remember to be on the lookout for next month's edition. For Code Blue News, I'm Trent Cruz. See you next month.